So, a long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, my family had two dogs, and their names were Miracle and Trio. Miracle was a girl, and Trio was a boy. Now, Trio was not fixed. He was not neutered. And this caused problems for our family because the fact that he was not neutered meant that he got excited a little at times. Now, what concerned our family most about this excitement was that whenever he was around our other dog, Miracle, the girl, he would get in a passionate mood. By passionate mood, I mean a certain word that rhymes with corny. So our corny trio, whenever he was around Miracle, whenever he had the chance, he would, get some of that. And at every possible opportunity, bam, he'd get to work, So our dad says one day, let's neuter him. And we're like, oh, that is a great idea. That is a fantastic idea. Genius. If the problem is his testicles, let's just cut them off. Great idea. And so then he goes, oh, even better. Let's save a few $100. Let's put my medical training to the test. I'll cut them off. and then my sisters and I, we're like, oh yes, great idea. Right, So he's like, oh, it's fine. It's a simple procedure. I can take care of it. Just trust me. And we're like, no, never. From here to high heaven, you're not touching no doggy testicles today. No, not a chance. No. Because we were vehemently against the idea of my dad personally handling my dog's manliness. So my dad, he goes, okay, fine, whatever you want. Just, okay, fine. And we say, oh, thank you, wise father, for being reasonable this one time. And so, time passes and this issue dies down and we forget about it. And spring break comes and we decided to visit our beautiful, lovely, wonderful cousins of beloved, as we usually did every few months. And my dad couldn't join us for the first few days. So we say, okay, that's fine. You can just join us for the weekend later. And he's like, okay. And so we leave, we say goodbye, and we leave our dad with our dogs together, alone. And so, yeah, we arrive at our cousin's place, and we spend a few days there. We're happy. My dad comes later, right? Doesn't say anything. Doesn't mention anything about dogs or about Trio. We're just one big, happy, peaceful family. But not for much longer. Because our vacation ends. And we go home. And we get home, and naturally we want to see our dogs. So we get home, we're like, go to the backyard, we see Miracle and Trio. Like, Miracle, Trio, how are you? And Miracle's happy, but Trio is not as excited as usual. I mean, he's excited, but he's not barking as much. He's limping kind of weird. He's walking kind of weird. He's not really hopping at all. And then we see the blood. There's a little bit of blood down there underneath. It was also staining the sidewalk. So we decide to investigate. That is when all hell broke loose, because my dog's testicles, his beautiful man parts, were missing, replaced by a bloody, infected, swelling bulge. And so my dad that night experienced the wrath of one regular Korean child and two obese Korean children. It was a terrible night. That night, filled with weeping and gnashing of teeth. But after all the crying and the screaming and the explaining, Trio eventually heals, and my dad was right. It was a genius move. Trio calmed down with his humping, and we saved a fortune. And that was how my dad neutered my dog.